I have been a programmer for many years now. I've worked in a number of different positions in companies large and small, public and private, as a full-time employee and as a consultant. And throughout my career, I've noticed a pattern of behavior that certain high-performing, successful programmers have in common. And I want to impart this wisdom onto you. Now, I think this can be summed up in the saying, nice guys finish last, which I believe to be 100% true, not only in life, but in your programming career as well. You don't want to finish last. Therefore, you don't want to be a nice guy. Basically, in order to advance in your career as a programmer, you'll have to be a total asshole. So in this video, I want to share my experiences with the most wonderful, high-performing, respected programmers I have had the pleasure of working with in my career. I've compiled the best lessons into a list of pro tips. So take some of these lessons with you and apply them in your career. You won't regret it. I promise. Pro tip number 1, disrespect people's personal time. If you're feeling any pressure from management to get things done, demand that employees come in on Saturdays. And if any of them resist, make sure to tell them that there are deadlines that have to be hit and threaten them with recourse, like getting fired or written up. This is quality leadership that shows the team you're dedicated to this product you're trying to roll out. This will help rally the troops and inspire your team. Try it out. Pro tip number 2, fire people fast and often. If you really want to flex your leadership skills, you want to fire people often and with little reason. If a new contractor comes in and makes any comments about the code base, be sure to have them fired immediately. And when the CTO tells them the news, make sure you're conveniently nowhere to be found for any confrontation between yourself and the contractor you just fired. Firing someone like this will impress everyone with your strong leadership and diplomacy skills, and it will definitely not have any negative consequences for the mental health of all your teammates. Pro tip number 3. Never show up on time. Being a genius programmer means you don't have to adhere to societal norms at all. It doesn't matter that everyone else's world revolves around 9 to 5 schedule. You're a special person who can't be bothered to come into the office before 11 a.m. You're also a night owl who consistently asks for feedback and submits PRs very late into the night, pinging all your teammates outside of normal working hours. This behavior really shows off that you're so good at programming you must be from another planet. Your bosses will love that you work late into the night, and you'll see promotions flowing in no time, while the rest of your team will definitely not be mad that you don't work the same schedule as them. Pro tip number 4, never have accountability. If you push some new code to production and it breaks, never admit fault at any point whatsoever. It's not your fault that the ticket product wrote didn't include failure scenarios. Clearly, it's product's fault that you didn't index your table, not yours. By constantly pushing blame to other people, everyone will think you're perfect, and there's no way it would irritate anyone. Pro tip number 5. Be extremely paranoid. If one of your subordinates meets with the CTO for any reason whatsoever, just know it's definitely because they are plotting against you, and they will try to take your job. Make sure to let them know that they can't take your job as soon as they leave his or her office. Regardless of whatever your subordinate was meeting with the CTO for, now they are going to know that they cannot just have your job. This will help people know their role and keep them in line. Now, these 5 tips are just a few of the common things I see every high-level programmer doing on a day-to-day basis. If you want to be successful and climb the ranks of the programmer ladder, be sure to implement some of these tips in your day-to-day work life. You'll be driving a Lambo in no time. Now, if you like this crap, be sure to subscribe. And hey, thanks, nerds.